Oh, it is? Right, okay. Then we'll just stop the stream then.
Fabian, how long do we have? So are we in? Well, no, because this one.
Matt and I will keep silent. We will just keep silent, so it will just be the streamers who speak. Yes,
Yeah.
I hear you. So just start the stream, and then when everybody's ready, start unlock the lobby.
Yeah, no.
My dad and sister are gonna be walking through this room a couple times. If it gets to be a problem, just give me a shout.
Them up.
Hold on. No.
Nope. I'll just say live. think they're all ready now. Live.
Okay, welcome everybody again to the TWIL letter Grudge matches. Today we got here Admiral Tosimo, and we got a guest in here, Brendan. Are you both guys
Hello.
here? Hey, welcome guys. Today we got a new streamer here. It's Tosimo. He's gonna take over for me for today, and it's going to do the last match of the Grudge round of matches. It's round 5 here. It's the last match, and I'm gonna wish these guys good luck here with live streaming the match. I would say best of luck, guys, and see what the teams are doing.
Indeed.
Yeah,
Well,
thanks, man.
Thank you very much. So yes, as Marty was just saying, I'll be helping streamers today, and we've got 2 teams we'll be playing: PB, PB, or Staffbath, which was a Red Orchard team who's been in the letter before and has won nearly won. Who came 2nd place last year and the year before that. And we have a, I wouldn't say relatively new one, however, it's quite a notorious one: Hell Soldiers, or HS, who have played before but then became inactive, and so it'll be interesting to see how the 2 teams play. And we've already started off here with the 2 teams, which PB will be attacking and Hell Soldiers will be defending.
I believe it's the Germans defending on this map, is it?
Indeed, Hell Soldiers.
Yeah, the Russians are going to be no doubt pushing extra hard during this match because we're getting close to the end. So you know, winning's what everyone wants to do, right? So
Of course, of course.
definitely, hopefully, turning out gonna be a really interesting match.
Well, it's quite interesting because the got a fair do, and they've already taken Alpha or A, and the Russians or PB are now pushing on to B. And it's always interesting because this team's already taken the first point in the first few
Yeah,
minutes.
from what I've seen, that the first objective usually goes pretty slowly. From the matches I've played, anyway, from the experience I've had before, it's usually quite a struggle over the house, and then pushing into the next compound gets even harder because that's when the Germans are able to set up their MGs in useful positions.
Indeed, indeed, and they're using a good smoke here. When they first attacked A, they smoked the enemy behind the line, not smoked the building, so that was good. But now on B here, the Russians are now taking B, already blitzing through, if you can see here.
Yeah, we've got the Russians really pushing hard. You
there
can
goes.
see in the kill feed they're taking out the Germans left and right.
They are.
Really doing a good job coordinating their attack so far.
Indeed. Now they've already taken B as well as you're speaking, and now it's D and C. Now C, what's your opinion on C? Because it's quite hard at building to attack generally because there's so many rooms and defending it can be a problem. But
my experience with C has really been all over the place. I find a lot of times, actually not even close to a lot of times, but sometimes the Germans will successfully defend it for the entire match. I've seen that happen a couple times. And then sometimes the Russians will just waltz in there and take it like it hasn't even been defended. So
yes, that's
really,
very true.
Really curious to see how this is going to turn out, especially since the Russians have been pushing so hard up to this point.
Both teams playing very well at the moment, although the Russians are just storming and not giving any ground at all. And if you go pop onto D over here, it seems that I don't think anyone's defending D at all. I don't think there's any troop stationed here. I think there might have been one who got attacked, so that's quite interesting.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a whole lot of action anywhere in D aside from PB Ford taking advantage of this cover here just in the center.
Fabulous, fabulous. It's got a good view of there, which is fabulous. But yeah, it's very important because attacking C is a very, very hard point to attack if it is defended quite well.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually quite shocked to see just the one Russian in D. I usually see it crawling with Russians and tanks sometimes too, which can be really, they can go either way from what I've seen.
Indeed.
But
and
as we can see, we've just taken the objective, so they're going to be concentrating all their force on C now.
Yes.
Really pushing to take the objective. And the Germans obviously are not going to want them to do that.
Absolutely
so we'll
not.
see how it turns out.
This is now, they got to hold. If they can hold this point for about 5 minutes, then that's a good time, because if you see it logically, we've got E, F, G, and H to go. So
We do, yeah.
Russia moving on to the flanks here on the left-hand side, right. Morley off the right, though. A couple of grenades being dropped.
I'm really impressed with the Russians' progress so far. You can even see in the kill feed there, they're really really working well together from what I've seen so far. They've only got 5 objectives left to go with 15 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah.
Really push. Oh, now they have 4 objectives left to take, but this is where it starts getting harder. So we'll see how it turns out.
Yes,
but so
indeed.
far they've been working. They've been pushing really well.
They have. But this is not on the last objective. And oh, there's artillery there, just where he is, on the right-hand side.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen artillery called in on this side of E. That's unusual.
It is unusual. However, it's working to our advantage, I guess. See when it shocks their suppression at least.
Yeah, I guess so.
So taking a few looks into E, and seems that most of the ground level has no troops defending. It's just mainly the middle floor.
Oh, this is going to be interesting. So at F here, we've got what looks like one German, HS Bryce, defending the objective, with several Russians pushing up towards him. So if he can utilize his defensive position, he'll be able to stop them. But we've seen the Russians coordinating their attacks so far, so we'll see how it turns out.
Indeed, indeed. It's just be interesting how this plays out, as you just said. Smoke being used.
But as you know, we're in the later tier matches now, so the pressure's on, and both the teams know it. And a lot of times, from what I've seen, adding pressure to a match will affect the player's performance in just about every way. It can affect every circumstance as well.
Indeed. So at this point in time, who do you think's gonna win this?
I don't want to choose sides right now, but I can state what I've seen so far, and from what I've seen, the Russians' advance has been I don't even know how to word it. It's been monstrous. They've taken 4 objectives, 4 of the 8 objectives so far, and they're just finishing off F now.
Oof, that was a close one in E. Grenades being lobbed in.
So they've got 3 objectives left with 13 minutes on the clock. I'm quite impressed with how the Russians have been pushing. The Germans are really going to have to get their act together if they want to stand any chance.
Very true, but then again, it's quite hard to defend when the Russians simply just outflank their position instead of going into what the Germans want them to do, because they're trying to get them to lure them into the front, I believe. However, it's not seemingly going too well.
The problem with defending E is a lot of times, if you spawn as the Germans, you'll be running towards the objective to jump down in these little boxes to hop through the window and get to the objective. And a lot of times what happens is you'll have the odd Russian peek in their SVT or their PPSH out through the window, and they can spray down 2 or 3 Germans at a time. It's super tricky getting in there if you're not careful.
Yes, exactly. There's PB Lexa Rostovsky, who is just doing quite well actually at the moment. He's killed a lot.
No.
Oh.
The Germans have 2 objectives left. I'm kind of stunned. I'm kind of shocked actually. From what I've seen, H and G are some of the easier objectives to take. If you pop smoke effectively, you can take it within minutes. So yeah.
And look at that, as you said.
G's being taken with the smoke, and all the Germans are going to have left is H if the Russians take G, as we've just seen now.
Yeah, it's now time's on. I mean, it's 12 minutes. The Russians have plenty of time to get this last objective, and it's quite a fast one. But they can still hold on. They can still give them a little bit of fight.
They're really gonna have to coordinate, but they can still hold on. You know, the Germans, they always seem to conjure up something in the end.
Indeed, indeed.
The Russians now taking H, as they have for the remaining 7 objectives. They've got, PPSHs and some DPs in there. So
Yes, indeed.
I think the Germans have suffered, if they do successfully take H, the Germans have suffered.
And there we are.
As we've just seen, a critical blow to probably their morale.
However,
and
it might.
the standings.
Yes, it might make him want to fight stronger and harder. You never know.
Hopefully, we'll have an interesting comeback then.
Yes. Alrighty, that's the first half. Teams are switching sides now, but let's take a look at this and see what sort of classes you can see here. And
I like how Lexa's using the Elite Assault. Elite Assault's one of my favorite classes in the game.
that's very true.
Really like the German MKB, if you get your hands on it.
It's a very good gun, but then again, tactics always win the war, obviously.
Yes,
But
yes,
this-
yes.
It's interesting because they've got quite an even side. We've got Elite Assault Trooper Engineer, and the other side, they've both got Engineers, obviously. But if you see here, both got Squad Leaders as well. 2 Squad Leaders, which gives them the upper hand of spawning in when they need to. For example...
Yeah, mobile spawn points are
Yes.
key in this game of Red Orchestra.
Yes, because spawn times do drag on from 7 seconds to even 15 seconds, 24.
Yeah.
This is important.
Yeah,
it's
because they have the
important.
wave spawning, so a lot of times you can get lucky, or you can be sitting. You can find yourself sitting in your seat for for a quarter of a minute while you wait to spawn and help your teammates out.
That's very true. So,
Looks like we've got most of the teams readied up. Yeah, here we go. Match is restarting. We'll see how the Russians do now that they're defending.
yes.
It's gonna be interesting.
It might be a poor advantage. So let's see here. The Russians now turn to Germans, so that's PB now defending, and Hell Soldiers now attacking. So let's see how Hell Soldiers do. And see the defense as well, be very interesting. Seems they're pushing on A. All of a sudden, grenades going in.
And I think getting grenades into the objective before you push in a lot of times is really useful, especially on a map like this where the Germans tend to go inside the building and shoot outside. But to my surprise, the Germans are they're just sitting on the outside of the building, shooting at the Germans approaching it. No doubt because they're aware of the grenades being thrown inside.
Yes, well, it's clever to stay back and then advance. Oh, we see that artillery from their own.
Oh no, we got some team kills here.
Oh
A
dear.
lot of team kills.
I think that's a bit of a miscommunication just there. Oh, I don't know.
That is gonna put a big dent in the Germans' defensive
Absolutely.
defense.
Let's see if the Hell Soldiers can exploit this.
They're no doubt gonna attempt to anyway.
Absolutely.
I'm not seeing any Russians in the building right now.
No, they
I know
are.
artillery's being called in, but if I were a Russian in this situation, I would absolutely enter the building.
Commander there.
Then again, getting inside is going to be tricky because of the artillery.
Absolutely. Right, well, they've got a few men in A now. Camp
They
2
do. Now
in
they
there.
swap over to some close quarters combat, where that PPSH is going to help them out oh so much. It's such a fantastic weapon for close quarters, from what I've seen anyway.
If you check out on B here, you've got HS on Hell Soldiers, Buffalo, who's going to the side, and this is important because there's Germans in B at the moment, but he's just pinned down at the moment. If he can do it, oh, grenade! Oh, ditches that. He's slowly crossing the outside, but when you attack B, and look at that, A taken. But it's, as I was saying, if you attack B from the left-hand side, you can easily cut off all the Germans coming from B and A.
Yeah,
But well
the
played
problem
there.
with defending B is that a lot of times the Russians will just sit outside and wait for you to pop your head up. And a lot of times you'll just run out of teammates one by one trying to defend it. And so a lot of times the Germans will sit in the corners or below those catwalks and wait for the Russians to enter. But then of course you have no idea how many are going to be entering. So it just adds that that unknown factor to defending, and it makes it oh so hard.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I've got to say, they've done well for the time. They've already taken A after 2 minutes, and I think they did do well when the artillery killed the Stelzbach. So good play there. See, use of smoke not being used on B except on the left, which I was saying before, which is important. Should be very interesting. Seems Hell Soldiers on the Russian team have reorganized themselves a bit.
I'll be honest, I didn't know that grenades could destroy trees. I've got almost 300 hours in the game, I never noticed.
It's new things every day, as they say. But
Yeah.
if you look at W4X, very next to the German soldiers, and they missed each other. It's quite interesting.
Wow, so the combat in B has gone all over the place. I'm seeing Germans on the left outside the objective.
Yes.
There's Russians on the inside under the stairwell. Oh, my bad. That's a German on the inside. That's Durandal.
If you check here on
No.
B, there's W4X, who's the Hell Soldiers. He's gone around inside, exploiting the fact that there's no Germans inside the objective, and
Yeah,
he's so
that's
close,
him.
right next to the wall. Oh, let's see how this goes. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Oh yeah.
Well,
If he would have pied that corner, he could have caught Durandal when he wasn't looking.
yes. Oh well. Good effort by him, I must say. Good effort from both
Yeah,
teams.
no doubt. It's good effort.
Teams are moving from A a bit. Ah, but oh, if you see, oh, that's interesting.
Oh.
You see that Lexa Rostovsky is actually on their flank and spawn. Ah, and he's
Is he?
finished off.
User
Yeah.
in your channel timed out.
That's not. Oh.
Oh. The Germans taking advantage of their grenades now.
Yes.
I've just seen 2 grenade kills just outside B while the Russians are advancing.
There's whole soldiers team killed there by a grenade. I think a bit of miscommunication going on there. The Germans doing well here.
Quite
PB defending B. The Hell Soldiers did well attacking A first, but then slowly they lost their progression. I think.
well. And I notice how we've got Volkov on the MG34 left flank of the Germans' left flank of B, giving them cover fire. Now if his teammates can keep him covered and keep him protected while he covers B with the MG34, he could change the tide of the battle with that
Indeed.
MG34, as long as they keep him resupplied and covered.
Seems they're reorganizing themselves here on the far left. Ah, and one's gone. Ah, and already dead. But as you're saying, yes, it's interesting choice. MG34, not the MG42. You see that a lot.
Yeah, I've seen ever since the 42 was released. A lot of people have been using it over the 34. Now I am not sure if it's because people prefer the 42 or if it's because it's new and they just want to level it up. Personally, I like the 34 more because it has a slower fire rate. I can keep track of where my sights are a little easier. But I totally get where people are coming from when they prefer the 42 for its fire rate. It's a fantastic weapon.
It's very interesting. The PB, the German side, has put a man in A itself, and is actually killing people from going to B. And then, as you see, there's artillery coming on just behind B. Very well planted, I must say. Good choice. But not a lot of attacking's going on. I saw a few of the Hell Soldiers going on the far right, trying to flank. But there's a sniper called forward on the German side who's just killing anyone who comes there.
User left your channel.
So it's doing quite well. And as you see here, they're trying to push on to where D's going to be, to 8 Hell Soldiers.
Yeah, I saw the Russians popping a lot of smoke there for a minute, but I don't think they were able to quite take advantage of that cover that it provides. Most likely because of that artillery that the Germans called in. Fantastic timing, you have to give them that. They called in the artillery right when the Russians popped all that smoke.
Indeed.
Oh, man, that was good timing. That was a good move.
B relatively safe. We got artillery still hitting down, so I think they're waiting, and it's definitely causing them problems. But as you see here, Hell Soldiers, W4X doing his charm again, coming on the side of them.
Yeah.
Oh, ah, an eye for an eye, as they say.
Yes.
Goodness
yes,
me.
Indeed.
You have Camp to win as well, and the Hell Soldiers who's taking the opportunity. But then again, there's somebody PB moving to
Now we've
different
got
positions.
my Pave J.I. on the right flank. He's got it on lockdown. If he can keep that position, that's going to be really useful to the Germans in this situation.
Indeed, if you check B as well, grenades being thrown in. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, good grenade there. Good grenade by Piece of Love.
And I like how they're not even... I don't think the Russians are trying to get kills with those grenades, more so just keep the Germans suppressed and pinned down. It's a good strategy.
Tis indeed. This is interesting. You see B here, Piece of Love, just sitting back. Got two. Oh no! Again, a man in A, Pax Vobis, is just completely demolishing them when they're trying to get to B, and they need to take him out. I don't think they know he's in there. See some movement in here.
More artillery being called in now.
Yep, I think they found him, and they're gonna go get him. There we are.
The Russians, oh yes, there we go. They pop smoke on the left flank, well, more towards the center of B, and they got 2 Russians in, but they've both been killed now.
You picked off.
It's proving to be a tough challenge for the
Hell soldiers, yes. So, piece of
Thinking
love
Hell
there.
Soldiers.
Oof, grenades very close. Yeah, Hell soldiers called artillery where C is. And look, see here, piece of love and Omenar moving in together. That's good. But one's been outflanked and killed. Let's see how this plays out.
Moves are being made on B. I can't actually pinpoint. Oh, okay, that's where they're capturing it from. Piece of love, getting in there behind the Germans.
Doing well, hiding underneath there, exploiting the terrain. This is
He has 2 Germans just off to his left.
Come on.
Uh-oh, and he's got the bolt action.
Take his time, take your time,
Oh,
that's
3
it.
Germans around him now. Oh, and he's just been bayoneted.
What a wonderful, wonderful
What a last
play
stand.
there, absolutely. This is where it gets close quarters. There's camp to win there. Oh! Don't think he realised he was there.
Yeah, the Russians and Germans are both going to be scrambling to get men into the objective now.
This is where it is, this is where it is. Grenades flying everywhere.
Grenades in lead.
This is getting picked off though, they're just getting all picked off by Magistrate.
We've got Majesta
Majesta.
and Durandal moving in and clearing out the Russians.
Camp to win there, doing his charm, coming in from B.
Oh, and he's just been shot in the back by Pax. An unfortunate fate for him.
They're gonna give it another shot. Hell soldiers coming in. Man.
Supported by
Gas
some of
bomb.
his Russian comrades.
Ooh, good blind shot there by Bryce. Sit. They're supporting each other right here. Ooh.
Those
Don't
grenades got
think
very close to Pax.
Yes. They didn't clear out the
Oh,
guy
no.
lying there.
Camp to win is taken out by Majesta.
Indeed. It's just crawling with
this
Germans.
attack is so much different than the previous battle. We only got 9 minutes remaining, and they have all except one position to take. I believe at 9 minutes, previous round had already been ended.
Yes, it's possible to still get all the points, but
It is, but they're gonna have to push really hard.
yeah. I think a bit of communication problems could be a case here, but they did do well. They were working in groups of 2. I'm not sure if that's by fault or not, but I think it was by communication, and they were doing quite well, but they just got picked off by the man on the PB side, just shooting with the MG34, laying down in a good position.
The Russians, Hell Soldiers getting picked off on the right flank there. I think if they can pop smoke and coordinate attack at the same time, they can take B, which is only being defended by 3 Germans at the moment, Volkov, Gazprom, and Pax.
Indeed.
They can overwhelm them if they get the smoke in. Use that Russian rush tactics, if you will.
See here, 2 Hell Soldiers coming in through A. That's Bryce and W4X. Very notorious for coming on the flanks. But B, again, just being held by those Germans. They're not giving ground.
Satchel charges now being thrown in B. Russians, no doubt, clearing the area. Satchel charges are very scary. Don't want to be
Yes.
anywhere near them when one goes off.
Didn't get it over that
Now,
small ridge.
One aspect of the game that we haven't focused on yet, but we're going to have to start focusing on, is the tickets. We've got the Germans with 149 tickets and the Allies with only 97.
Do you
So
think
they've
we?
got some ground to make up.
Yeah, could you think we could actually see a ticket running out for one of the sides?
If they keep this up, absolutely.
There is 7 minutes left.
Yeah.
Oh, grenades are so close and hitting Gasrom and Donjol. Just so close, but just too far away. As you see how Hell Soldiers, 2 of them. Oh, ho, ho! Oh, that was good. Good play there by Piece of Love.
Yeah, we've got Piece of Love. Oh, there he goes, finally taken out. But he was pinned down, hiding behind the fence from a 34. That was quite comical, actually.
That was again, my prey.
Oh man,
It's doing too well.
the fighting right now is blow for blow. Germans losing soldiers, Russians losing soldiers. This is quite interesting.
It's camp to win, trying to make a dash across from A to B. Oh,
Look at
nearly
this.
got
We've
hit.
got a lot of the Russians on the A flank. I think they're going to try and push in from this side as a team and take the objective. Switching up their style. Maybe can win them the match with 6 minutes remaining.
I don't see, the trouble is that there's a PB Lexa Roskovsky with a sniper in D. He's just killing anybody who goes from A to B, and they've smoked the area to B, but very well done, but then not. And now you've got the PB just pushing into A itself. Clearing out Volkov, just clearing out the MG34.
We got artillery coming in on the what looks to be the north side of B, trying to. I think it's this Germans, the Russians trying to prevent the Germans from entering the objective that they're desperately trying to hold on to at this point.
And they check B, camp to win. Oh, trying to make a
He's just
dash.
taken out.
I don't see any the Hell Soldiers using a machine gun to help them. It might possibly could be a good choice, but now if you see here, PB on the German side just completely occupied A, and they're just killing anyone who entering. Very clever of them, but also quite cheeky.
They're yeah, the Germans have done a fantastic job of defending so far. They've got they've spread themselves out onto both flanks, and I think they've got themselves on lockdown now. It's going to be very hard for the Russians to break through.
Indeed, and I think the Hell Soldiers have also done quite well. I mean, the first objective they did. Oh, ooh, that was just close to close, and nearly a team kill there. But as I was saying, Hell Soldiers doing quite well with themselves. I mean, they did well with their attacking. I think it's because of that sniper in D. Their plans went just went down. So, yeah, but the Hell Soldiers are doing fantastic, even though they haven't taken the second point. They're still doing as much as they can. So
we've got just under 5 minutes left on the clock, and unfortunately for the Hell Soldiers, that's going to mean they're going to have to take all 7 objectives in under 5 minutes. Now, for those of you who aren't math whizzes like myself, you'll know that that's they're going to have to take more than one objective every minute, which is going to be very difficult for the Russians at this point.
yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, especially now. But I mean, they can at least give him a bit of fight to the end. The Hell Soldiers can. They can just give him hell. Indeed. I think the Hell Soldiers moving to more of a defensive position and just trying to get into A again. They have taken most of A, but trying to make a dash, but they're just being outflanked constantly.
There's Camp to win making his push on the B side again. Taking fire from Durandal. Oh, and he falls back into the trench. Okay.
I think
taking the more safe route.
Oh, let's see here. I think he's tricked, trying to trick him.
Oh, indeed! What a bluff.
I don't think he's falling. Don't think he's falling for it though. If you see here, Dungeon, they're not falling for it. Oh! Oh!
Gets taken up by forward, which I myself didn't even expect to be there.
No. Ah, here we are. The Hell Soldier now have an MG emplacement tracker. He's just trying to do his best to kill anyone who's entering B from the flanks for their side. Move in position. Ah, I'm finished off there by my Pravel.
Now with 3 minutes remaining and 62 tickets, I think the fight is beginning to look pretty, I don't know, the Russians are no doubt going to be scratching at anything they can do at this point.
It's very, very true indeed.
Now, believe it or not, I have seen this map with a few minutes remaining, but it was only once. So the Russians still do have a chance, but it's going to be very difficult for them.
As I said before,
especially with Lexa and I didn't catch who the other sniper was, but they've been sitting back picking off the Hell Soldiers left and right the entire match.
Good tactic. Always flanking. Oof. Camp to win, trying to make a dash for it. Oh, Hell Soldier. Ah.
Yeah, we've got a lot of Russians in B now. They're really scrambling for the objective.
They can at least get.
We've got a cap started.
We can at least get one victory. If they can do this, it'll be very interesting. Grenades going everywhere. There's a Dundrel still in B, and then Magistrate coming out as well. And see what W4X is doing as well. Look at him run. Oh, hit by that grenade, and his legs are gone. I must say, I was very good of him to do such a thing, but there's too many grenades going off at once.
Now, this is very clever. I just caught this now, but if you'll take a look, we've got Lexa on the very left flank, the building, and he's been picking off.
I said before, yes.
He's been picking off the Hell Soldiers from the opposite side of the map as they flank to get to B in their desperate struggle.
I don't think I'm sure the Russians have noticed it, but I don't think they're doing much about it. But as I was saying, and B, such a charge going off, they're just gonna try and make a big push, but then Magistrate charging in. Oh no! And the Germans have now retaken B.
They've fortified themselves again.
Dug himself in, yes. Grenades still flying. But
Piece of Love is making an attempt. Looks like he's been shot in the leg though. Yeah, he's bandaging out in the open. That's always a scary, scary thing to do in Red Orchestra. And he gets taken out.
Goodness me. There's Bryce coming up there. Hell Soldier, just sneaking around. Oh, is it clear? Is it not? Ah, you see, squad leader. He's people spawning him. Clever. Oh.
I don't know if you saw that, but Buffle from on the Hell Soldiers team just got shot 3 times trying to throw a grenade.
Goodness me, grenades are very close now on B.
Yeah, grenades are flying left and right here.
This is Magistrate there next to the destroyed T-34. It's just killing anybody who's entering from B, even at their spawn. Oh, can you do it? Hide behind the dead body. Oh.
Ooh, Piece of Love.
Come on,
just
Piece of Love.
Shot Majesta.
Ah.
Like in the chest. Yeah, he's bandaging. They've wounded each other.
Retired.
It's gonna be very interesting.
Now he's still behind that T-34. No, and he's not. He's moved now into the middle of B. Ah, it's getting picked off
I think
again.
at this point the Russians are just trying to capture B before the match ends, so they can say they at least got that far.
Yeah, it'd
But
be.
with 4 seconds remaining, they get shut down by the Germans, and that's
Oh.
the end of the match.
That was a good full match.
That was really interesting. I thought they'd get farther than B, but Germans locked them down.
It's PB there. With 2 wins now.
2 wins, yeah. That's really impressive.
Indeed, indeed. Alright.
Commissar's house, it's
Down now. Now it's.
Commissar's house, it's a fun map.
Yeah, now it's moving on to Pavlov's house. It's been very interesting.
Pavlov's house is one of my favorite maps, next to Bridges of Drahiza, I believe it is.
Yes. Well, it's very interesting because right now, who do you think is going to win? I mean, it's still undecided because it's only 2-0. They still can get a 2 out of this because there's 2 rounds to go.
Yeah, I don't know. The Russians, Hell Soldiers could turn this around big time, tie it up. But as it stands right now, it's looking like they're on a losing streak at the moment, down 2 points.
2 points.
But of course,
wow.
2 points is 2 points. They can make that up here in the next 2 rounds.
Oh, give me a sec here. A bit of a malfunction.
Oh, did you get that the normal?
Yeah, it's the typical thing.
That era. Yeah.
Even when things go live, not everything can be sure. There's always going to be something.
I just got the same thing here. Connection to server has been lost.
But right
server
now,
gone down.
yeah. Well, we'll move to while we wait for us to rejoin and find server, we'll speak about a bit more about the game. So, what do you think is going to happen then in the end? So, you were
I
speaking
don't know.
about.
This has been. I mean, so far we've seen PB take 2 wins over Hell Soldiers right now. So I think they've got the communication more focused and more down than Hell Soldiers. But you know, comebacks 2-0 they're not exactly uncommon. This
No.
is all Hell Soldiers have to do is get this communication, and they got to get the communication down, and I think they have to coordinate their attacks a little better.
Alright.
And they can easily pull off a comeback.
Here we go then. Now back in the lobby, and when you've joined, I just want to tell me when you've joined, and we'll just see sort of teams and the classes, because now the PB are now on the Allies side again, and Hell Soldiers are on the Axis once forth. So, interesting classes here.
Yeah, I'm just rejoining now.
That's fine, but so I'll just wait. So, yeah, all round 2 to PB at the moment, or Staffspath, and 0 or 0 to Hell Soldiers. But everything can change. They could be good at one map and then not be so good on the other map. It's just all about the tactic communication, in my opinion. And Hell Soldiers did very, very well in the situation they had on the Commissar's house. But we could see a whole new thing here soon.
Yeah, and Pavlov's house is such a wild card. I mean, sometimes you see the attackers just take it with sometimes even few casualties towards the end, and they'll take it in a matter of minutes. And I've seen it happen where the defenders will hold the attackers off at the very first objective for the entire match. It's so back and forth, and I think it's going to be a really interesting match.
Yes, indeed.
User left your channel.
All right, well, teams still joining. Obviously, we had a bit of a malfunction there, but as they say, the show must go on, and it'll be easy to just let everyone rejoin and prepare themselves. Gives a bit more time to change their tactics, so it could be a bonus.
Yeah, they got a chance to regroup and rediscuss.
Yes, indeed. Alright.
Forgot to rejoin as a spectator, so I've got to attempt to rejoin for a second time now.
Well, not to worry. However, so, as you see here, PB already ready. They have 2 squad leaders, and so do Hell Soldiers, who are nearly ready, which is obviously a very good tactic. It's always important to have squad leaders, more than merrier, as I say.
Oh yeah, they're key in Red Orchestra.
And it's not just go in and shoot, it's all about go in, get into a good position, let them spawn on you, and you can actually pretend, say you run into a hidey hole and you're a squad leader, and there's 2 Germans walking towards you, and you go, oh no, there's only one there, all of a sudden, there's 3! So it can be a surprise as well. As I've seen this happen.
It always sucks when you think you're taking an objective just fine, and out of nowhere, you know, as you just said, you have three opponents appear out of nowhere. It's always very surprising and can be sometimes pretty upsetting, actually.
Indeed. Well, here we go. Hell Soldiers here. And this is interesting because both teams start out with 2 objectives, and they have to take the next 2. And E and F and A and B are locked until either D or C are taken to unlock E and F or A and B. And as you see here, Hell Soldiers rushing. Oh, Mo down there.
Getting to the objective first is going to be key in this situation.
Indeed, and you got Voldemort over there, who's got a good position, as you saw. Just mowed down 2 people, but too late. There's still 3 here.
As expected, we've got PB taking their objective and Hell Soldiers taking their objective. So this is going to be a very evened out match, I believe.
Indeed. As you saw, there's C already taken and D already to the allies. So again, this is now an even point. But I always find C a good position. Grenades going to fly. You've got PD here, Dungeon, killing anyone who enters the C building.
And C can be really tricky to attack because you can have there's a building to the east of it, a really tall building that's been blown up. I find a lot of times the defenders will set up an MG there, just rain down fire as the attackers rush across the courtyard to get to C.
As I said, to see here, 2 players shooting at each other, and they both had to bandage themselves up in front of each other. Quite hysterical.
Oh, wow. Okay, so we've got C, D, E, and F being controlled by PB now.
Goodness me.
With the Hell Soldiers hanging on to A and B at this point in time.
Hell Soldiers all making a push for C, ignoring the fact that they have lost the initiative just a little bit, but they still can take this point. Grenades flying across at C. Oof, this is going to get interesting.
Here we go. Hell Soldiers pushing to take C back.
Goodness. Oh, you see that there a moment now? It's actually just like exploding.
Mono dodging an explosion.
That's it, get a grenade in there. And they've taken C.
The thing I find tricky with throwing grenades into buildings like Amano just did is a lot of times, what happens with me anyway, is I'll throw a grenade and it'll bounce off a corner or come back in my face, and sometimes it'll kill me. So you gotta be super, super careful when you gotta throw grenades like that.
Oh,
It can bite you in the butt sometimes.
Just like to point out somewhere here, there's a PB soldier forward, who we quite know now as a sniper. He's actually gone into A itself on top of the floor, a destroyed
Has he?
apartment, and
Oh,
he's
yeah!
shooting everyone. I
Pretty
think
impressive.
Paxvox is shooting him now. I think he's noticed. But squad leader's getting people to spawn on him. And you see a whole soldiers as well.
Wow, the battle for C is so back and forth right now. I think it's swapped between powers twice now, 3 times.
Yes, yes, exchanged its side indeed. Smoke being used in the middle.
We've got we've got the Hell Soldiers with an MG set up somewhere in A.
But C is
Trying to
obviously.
locate him right now, but it's kind of tricky.
Here we go. Here comes PB here, moving in to the objective A. I always find that A is quite a interesting target to attack because there's so many points to defend. However, it's all open, so long as you can get people when they're in the open, then it's fine. But
yeah, getting up and down those stairs is really tricky.
ooh, this is where it gets really close quarters, and Omaha goes and trying to save him. No! Oh. Oh.
We are having
Goodness.
some heated close quarters combat in A at the moment.
Shooting
Both sides are
everywhere.
pushing to take the objective.
Oh, that was an
Uh-oh.
absolute slaughter.
Looks like we've got PB actually taking A right now. Hell Soldiers are no doubt going to have to scramble to
Reinforcements.
remove PB from the objective.
So it gets quite close. Smoke is being used wildly. And there we are. Allied's taking that.
Oh.
It's just the last point. It's B.
Hell Soldiers hanging on to B. Simply the other side of the blown out building. This is going to be interesting.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. And there's Lexa with his PPSH moving to the spawn position. Getting a good position to shoot any Hell Soldiers. Oh, and it's Forward as well with his sniper. The top.
Got
They
a
just-
Mono.
Yeah.
Mono arriving with his MP40. It's a fantastic weapon for like close to medium range. I find I like it a lot, especially once you get the dual mag attachment. You can get that really quick first reload.
This fighting on the stairs here is becoming very intense.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The
And
Russians though, utilizing that PPSH, the key weapon for the Russians. Sorry, PB.
And that's it. That's PB there with a third win against the Hell Soldiers. Quite a fast round, I must say.
That was very fast.
Now the sides are switching to. It's very interesting to see what happens now.
Indeed, this has been quite the struggle for Hell Soldiers trying to maintain ground in the past few games. So.
Absolutely. Let's see. I don't see
There
too
it
much of a
goes.
different here with the classes. I don't see. I don't think they're going to change their classes. I don't see. But then again, attacking and defending in two different spawns is always different. It's never the same. So you can't just
Yeah.
both have the same class when defending / attacking with the Germans. But if you go as allies, you can't just have the same class set because maybe it doesn't work too well. But it does as well. So it'll be interesting to see if a change of tactic here by the Hell Soldiers. But I must say, PB are doing quite well, Strasbuff, and there's really no chance now of them winning because there's only 2 maps, Commissar's House and Powerful House we were doing. So see if they can get at least one victory here.
Yeah, I think the Russians are they've got a chance to at least keep their name from tarnishing too much if they can pull off the win here in the final round.
It's PB now moving across through A and B. Interesting, Volkov and Magistrate with the MG and rifle moving across from the right hand side, and then the rest through the middle and the left as well.
And again, both sides scrambling for control over D and C. We'll see how it turns out this time.
This is interesting because first of Hell Soldiers only went for C last time, but that PB are going for C and D. And
as we expected, both teams have captured their point.
indeed, this is where it gets quite close.
Look at all the smoke being deployed in the in between the two objectives here. I've never actually seen that much smoke deployed in between them. This is
Very interesting.
a first.
There's
Ooh, we've got
holding here, aren't they? Let's see.
yeah. Now I find I know it's not in this style of mode, but a lot of times attacking or defending C can be tricky in the standard game mode because the attackers, the Germans, end up getting tanks, and it gets so tricky because they'll park themselves
Yes.
out to the west of C, and they'll just lay down the fire.
PB here.
It makes getting to C really difficult.
It's PB here just coming in. Through C. Oh. That's good. They're now taken and going under through the trench system. 2, E and F going underneath. I see if they're actually going to go right behind. I think they're going to go underneath the whole basement. And then they're going to go pop up behind D. But well, I don't know. It just don't seem to be doing that. Smoke being popped. But we'll see what's going on in D, because it's being taken by the Axis.
D's been taken by PB right now. Oh no, it's being taken by Hell Soldiers. They're clawing their way back up. They really want to.
Don't want to lose this point. It's important.
They're gonna want to secure this last chance at a win for them. But look at this. We've got PB taking E, keeping the pressure on.
And artillery being dropped down there. I believe that is PB's artillery.
I believe so.
Oh, PB there just oh, that was interesting. Buffalo there was getting shot up by Ford and then bayoneted by Paxforce at D, and I don't think they're going to be taking D anytime soon. Then, as I speak, E's been taken.
Yeah, the battle moves on to E and F now, the final 2 objectives. If I were the Hell Soldiers, I'd be, my palms would be getting sweaty now.
Yes, well, I think PD's palms will be getting sweaty as well, seeming that they can't lose the initiative. Oh no!
Yeah,
and
they've got to keep that pressure up.
Kill.
They are playing against they are still playing against a well-organized team. They ease up that pressure and they can easily lose the match still, so they've got to keep it on.
Indeed.
Got to stay focused.
Got PB here coming in the open. Oof.
Oh, and Volkov getting the hip fire with the MG34. That's always a very tricky shot to do.
That is. Unlike the MG42, as I always use it as an SMG.
I've seen it before.
That's in.
Oh yeah.
Mayprov shooting through the wall and kills Buffalo. Cool, very well
look at
played
this.
there.
As I was expecting, Hell Soldiers pushing back now. They want this final win so bad.
Yeah.
And they're gonna do everything it takes.
Oh.
ENF. Sorry, D&E. The fight's moved on to D&E. Looks like we've got forces exchanging fire between the 2 buildings across the railway here.
This will be interesting. Volkov and Buffalo just next to the wall, did not see each other. Just that was quite a interesting watch there. Yeah, I think they've secured their position. I think if they go attack D now, it'll be interesting. But I think the Germans are going to push back a bit and defend their position, PBR. The Hell Soldiers are doing really well. They've taken back a point. And now if they can get into D, then that's it. But as you see here, PB...
Yeah, if they can get into D, I think that's really gonna unite them. And it could give them the possible sort of momentum to help win the match.
If you see here...
Still 15 minutes left though, so this could go any way.
Oh, yes. If you come to D, there's actually W4X and another comrade of his are moving into D and now attacking D.
Look at this.
They flanked Piece of Love, sorry, and W4X are just gone right, and then W4 killing anybody entering. He's doing a good job here.
Oh,
and they got D.
Wow, we've got Hell Soldiers pushing back hard now.
This is going to be very
Battle's moved on
intense.
to C and D, back right where we began.
This is going to be interesting. Indeed. This Hell Soldiers and PB members just swarmed the whole area. So it makes for very interesting 1v1s.
Yeah. So we've got 14 minutes left. Tickets are fairly even.
Yeah, I think so.
We've got Hell Soldiers with exactly 20 less tickets, but when you're still in the triple digits, a lot of times 20 tickets doesn't matter too much.
No. Well, as you see here, D is being ferociously fought for, even though it's not actually being tackled for. There's Hell Soldiers and PB alike just getting pot shots at each other, and gotta watch your back.
Owning D is a really important objective in the tide of the battle right now.
Absolutely. There's also PB members in. Oh, and I was just about to say, and D is now being traded hands for the fourth time, I believe.
We've got PB taking D back. This has been a really interesting match so far.
Ah, there goes E as well, very interesting. And, oh no, D, sorry. Now there's E being attacked as well. And they've stopped attacking E. Ooh. Oh, nope, it's being traded hands again. It's on and off, on and off. It's interesting, it's still Hell Soldiers in D.
We've got PB retaking E for the second time now. I think both teams really want this win.
Absolutely.
Because PB's going to be wanting the shutout. They're going to want to have this win without taking any losses. And I think Hell Soldiers are going to be wanting to hold them off so they can say they at least won a
Yes.
round.
It's always good to at least get one victory. Even if not, they fought very, very well. Both teams have fought extremely well.
This last match has been really intense. I'm really liking this.
Filling through windows here. But, dunno. Oh! Allies.
So we've got Hell Soldiers pushing back on E again. This is going to be, I think, the 5th time now that powers swap between E.
There's even Hell
maybe
Soldiers.
the 4th.
Oh, this is interesting. There was a bit of a rough chase over here, and D. Oh, did he get him? Yes, he did. Tried to get away.
Moved on back to D and E now.
Yep, they're not giving ground. They are gonna keep pushing. It's the best thing they can do right now. There's Volkov just doing his best here, killing anybody he sees through the windows, but someone peeking their face out. There's a lot of PB, sorry, up more the upper stairs rather than downstairs, and I see a good reason for it. Camp win and Omenar just doing well here on the below grounds.
We've got super pinned down on the flank here. So he got pinned down by Pax Vobis behind this tiny bit of rubble, and he timed his escape perfectly. I believe Pax was reloading, and he made a run for it. Perfect timing. It was impressive.
Yes. Ooh, camp to
We've
win
got
here.
PB making a big push now, though.
That's very true. And then not giving up. Lexa behind the destroy T-34 on the outside. And then PB here really pushing forward. Camp to win, hiding through the little small window, but he's been spotted, but still alive.
Gazprom working together to clear out the objective.
Indeed. Good play here by Max Phobos. Oh,
Okay. This could be it for Hell Soldiers.
But I must say,
they've been in this position twice already, and they've pushed back both times, so we'll see how it goes.
yeah, respectively done extremely well. Oof.
They have, yeah, I'm really impressed with this.
Now it's really just trying to clear up and trying to stop Hell Soldiers from trying to retake as they did before, because they can still change, they can still attack E, because E is not safe. Those 2 points are still able to be attacked by both sides.
Oh, so PB got really close to taking F there. I don't know if the viewers saw that or not, but they got really close, and then Hell Soldiers comes back with with the comeback again, pushing them back. But no, we've got PB pushing even harder. I think they're looking to finish this off now with 9 minutes remaining.
Oh, here we go. Is Camo here under attack, and here comes a pistol from my puzzle. Oh no! Oh, is Smoke now being swapped into F? God, that DP there firing on Lixa, and there we go.
Oh, and that's game, ladies and gentlemen.
That's game. PB 4, Hell Soldiers 0. I must say though,
that last battle was something to behold, man. That was really interesting.
what a fantastic game. Well, that was this week's, or let's just say Sunday's Grudge match, and I must say, what do you think the outcome of that was? I think that was a fantastic fight.
That final fight was absolutely, you're 100% right. I couldn't have worded it better myself. That was enthralling. I think having Helsel just push back to their final objective, and then pushing back, coming back twice in a row, that was really interesting. Added some spice to the match.
Indeed, indeed.
I think they're gonna at least take pride in the fact that they pushed back PB twice in a row.
So here on the screen now, viewers, here's a sort of, let's say, view of what's happened so far of the Grudge matches. And as you see here, PB will now have 4 to Hell Soldiers 0. They're at round 5, so definitely going to be interesting. But again, I want to say thank you very much for watching the stream.
Yes,
it was a
thank you.
fantastic, and this was me, Admiral here, and of course, Braden.
Yep. Hello. Thanks for watching.
Have a good one, guys.